The Asma Show.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm just gonna do a really quick get ready with me video. I just wanted to name this video how to turn your day around, because I feel like before, if I woke up really late, I would just give up on my day. I would just be like, oh, the day's already done, might as well just sit on my bed for the rest of the day. But now I learned that having that mindset never helps. I'm going to put on my makeup, so let's get started. I wanted to talk to you guys really quick about why I changed my YouTube name to The Asma Show, changed it back to The Asma Show. The thing is, I get a lot of DMs from guys on Instagram, and it's very concerning because I pretty much lived under a rock and didn't really talk to a lot of people in my daily life. I never had to deal with DMs from men. So when I started YouTube and I started to get a lot of DMs from guys, I was like, I didn't know what to do. So then one day there's a dude that just DM'd me and he was like, oh, your birthday is on July 29th. And I don't know how to explain it, but that just really scared the crap out of me. And I was like, how is this guy that I don't know anything about? I don't know him, I don't know his existence. How does he know my birthday? So I was freaking out, obviously, because I don't like this idea that some people can just literally find my birthday or literally can look up my first and last name on databases and find more information. So like, I didn't know what to do. And then one day I was like, you know, my original YouTube name was The Asma Show. So let me just revert it back to The Asma Show and see what happens. And I got to keep my catchy theme song all over again. One of the questions I get the most is, do you live in Minnesota? And the short answer to that is yes. But the long answer is that question in itself scares me as well. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just growing up with my mom watching Criminal Minds and Law and Order Special Victims Unit. She's literally watched every kidnap, torture, like movie, TV show known to man. So when I hear people ask me questions like, okay, which country do you live in? Which state do you live in? Where do you live? I'm immediately like, like, don't tell them nothing. I live in Antarctica, okay? Anyways, let's just change the topic. Oh no, my battery's gonna die. Hi again. So I charged my battery for a little bit. So I'm gonna now talk about living in my parents' house at the age of 24. I know I just turned 24, I mention it a lot. I think one issue that I definitely have with American culture is how they definitely make us, just like people of color, feel very uncomfortable and insecure about this idea that we live with our parents. While I talk about that, let me do my lashes. One thing that I find really interesting is how American culture tries to shove down everybody's throats that you can't live with your parents after the age of like 21, or else you're a loser, you're not successful, there's something wrong with you. I understand that some people don't have a very healthy family dynamic and they want to move out, but I don't understand this cultural necessity to like leave the house. Like, why shame people who stay? And that's what I really love a lot about watching K-dramas, because I've watched this K-drama recently called The Call. It's so good, you should watch it. It's so nice. And basically the girl, I think she was in her late 20s or probably like 30, 31. And no, 28. I think she was 28. But what I found really interesting is, like, I love how in K-dramas there's never this obsession, if that makes sense, with moving out at the age of 18 or 17 or 15. Like, in America it's so common to see movies and TV shows of kids leaving their house at such a young age, but in K-dramas it like shows the reality of most minority groups' lives. Like, I just find it really interesting how for so many years, especially as soon as I turned like 17, I was like, I had this mindset like, oh, I have to move out. And once I really sat down and like really contemplated about it, I was like, okay, I just want to move out because American society told me to. And it's like, we are literally in a pandemic. So why push this narrative that we still have to move out of our parents' house when literally half the country is unemployed? Well, not half, but a lot of people in this country are unemployed, they're struggling. Like, what am I supposed to do? Jump off a cliff because society tells me to? I'm supposed to go quack quack goo goo and like leave the house and like dance around the place naked because society tells me to? Like, let's try it out. Yo, y'all should fear me. I think I nailed it. And that's how I'm putting on lashes every day. Let's see. Y'all, if I was able to put on my lashes without a mirror, y'all should run because I'm probably a psychopath. Let's talk about marriage because I have a lot of ladies on my channel and I have a lot of friends that got married recently and have had kids. I just wanted to talk really quick to all my ladies that are still single past the age of 23. When I hear the topic about marriage, what triggers me mostly, what frustrates me is like people get mad at me because they're like, oh, you're so picky. No, it's if I don't like him, I'm not marrying him. And then people are like, oh, but you need to be easy, you need to give people chances, you reject guys left and right. But it's like, but I'm living with him, not you. I'm the one who has to wake up and see his face every day. If I'm not 100% confident in the guy that I want to marry, for the rest of my life, I'm going to be doubting it, you know? I don't understand this whole, oh, you know, just marry him and inshallah things will work out. It's like, I don't care if it'll work out. I feel like I'll know him when I see him. Like I've had people say like, oh, what height, what age, what ethnicity, what exactly are you looking for? I'm like, I'm not really, like, I don't really care about any of that stuff. And it frustrates people to no end. People just get overly sensitive when women are picky about their spouses. And I'm just like, but I'm the one getting married to him. Like, if let's say I see a red flag, there's something about his personality that I don't like. If I marry him, then I am agreeing that it's not something I should bring up in the future. Like, let's say he, I don't know, has a nasty temper, and I don't like that. And we walk down the aisle, we get married, and then a few months down the line, he shows that temper again. I can't just sit here and be like, oh, I had no idea, because I knew about it. I'm not going to tolerate something that I already knew deep down that I could not tolerate. It's like no one ever says that to guys. No one ever says to a guy, hey, you're not attracted to a girl, she's not pretty enough for you. Oh, it's okay, you can just keep it pushing and marry her. No one ever says that to a guy. Guys can have unrealistic standards for women, like, oh, women have to look a certain way, they have to be this light as this or lighter, I don't know. But it's like they can make unrealistic standards. Oh, girls have to, my wife has to be a certain weight. It's like they have standards that are not good. Like, some guys literally have this mindset and approach women that had their standards, but once they give birth and they're not able to get back to the body that they were before, then those guys divorce them and leave them, and it's really sad. But it's like, why can guys have these unrealistic standards, but when women are like, literally, I can't sleep with a guy who behaves this way, it's like, oh my god, she's too picky, she's a B word. Ooh. It's like, I don't really care. You can complain about me all you want, but I don't care if I'm called a B word or picky or unrealistic and all the above. Like, I just want to choose based on, you know, I feel like I'll know when I see him, period. Anyways, I am done with my makeup, and yeah, that's all I have to say in this video. Bye.